Welcome to bergknifemaking.com. This is the skull knife collaboration build with the third dimension laser metal etching. This is the finished product. We did a laser etched blade with skull and roses theme, segmented handles with paper micarta segments from Mad Max custom knife handles. And this is a collaboration build. Chance Lawson from the third dimension laser etching contacted me on Instagram and wanted to do a collaboration build. I basically provided the blank. This is a AEBL stainless steel modified cleaver. I did finish the bevels on it, and I grind my bevels right on a 2x72 belt grinder. I use one of our tilt tables, which is a bevel grinding jig. It just kind of really makes the whole bevel grinding process kind of easy. And then when I'm all done with this, I just send the knife to the third dimension, and he actually worked out the artwork for this project, and he did the laser etching. Really kind of a cool service that he provides. So this is just finishing up the bevel grinding. As I mentioned before, I ground the bevels, I heat treated it. I had the profile of the blade cut out of stainless steel, which is really good stainless steel, AEBL. And then I'll finish the blank after I get it back from laser etching. So the laser etching process, I've never used a laser etching service before. It's all kind of new to me, and this was just really an experiment. I figured the worst case that would happen is I would ruin one knife blank. So I sent this off, and I gotta tell you, I was very pleasantly surprised. The laser, the heat from the laser actually removes a little bit of material from the blank during the etching process, and it ends up being a really pretty deep etch. You can catch your fingers on it. So the third dimension has a variety of different laser etching machines. They've got a CO2, a 100-watt laser, and they have a couple of fiber lasers. They have a 30-watt and a 50-watt. What's really neat about the service is you don't have to be a knife maker to take advantage of their service. You could be a collector, or you could just be an end user and send a finished pocket knife and have it personalized, or any other metal object. He does a lot of coin etching. He does a lot of firearms and also, of course, knife making. He also is able to do maker's marks. And you can see here that he incorporated my maker's mark right into the design on the blade. I was kind of fascinated and almost mesmerized by this process. Each side took about 20 minutes, and I could just stare at that light going back and forth for minutes at a time. And the detail was kind of surprising. You got a lot of really fine detail. I do a lot of blade etching. Most of mine is done electro etching. I've done some chemical etching or acid etching, but the detail on this really impressed me. Anyway, if you want to look at what other work that the third dimension has done, look him up on Instagram. The third dimension on Instagram. He also has an Etsy store. You can look him up on that. Also, the Third Dimension Company on Etsy. And if you're a knife maker, I would definitely put his contact information in the back of your mind somewhere, because you can really enhance a blade and make it a really unique finished product just by adding a little bit of metal etching. And this really didn't cost that much. So this video ended up being a little bit too long to do in one video. I broke it into two. If you want to see how I took these custom Mad Max paper micarta skull themed scale material and segmented them into some ebony and finished off this knife, stay tuned for part 2, which will be released within the next day or so. I'll show you the finished product here in a minute. This was a fun project. It ended up taking a little longer than necessary just because I did it around the holidays, and the U.S. Postal Service didn't do such a great job getting the blank back to me from Mad Max. It took them a while. He turned it around in days. This is the finished product. A very, very detailed skull-themed blade etching combined with some Mad Max paper micarta segmented scales on an AEBL stainless steel modified cleaver. This cleaver is heavy. It's about 11.5 inches long. A very substantial blade. If you want to see some more of my work, www.bergknifemaking.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I ask that you please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'd also love to hear your comments back, whether you liked the video, whether you didn't, whether you liked the knife or didn't. By all means, join us on our Facebook group, Knives and Knife Making. And you, like I said, check me out on my webpage, bergknifemaking.com, or our sister page, DIYeasycrafts.com. Thank you very much.